What's good, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Please hit the like when you come through the door. Please hit that like, man. About to get right into it. Hope everybody feeling good, man. Um, I know a lot of people, a lot of people been absent because of the hoops. And no hoops is like no hoops, nobody wants to be around, man. I'm like, man, we still got life to talk about, man. It's like everybody scatters like roaches, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get depressed when there's no basketball. What's up with y'all? What's up, Ted? What's up, Brown Sugar? Beautiful. I see you in here. Um, man, let's go ahead and let's talk about this uh situation with Bronny James. Now, now this is what I don't like. Okay, I'm like Chief Keef. That's the shit I don't like. Yeah, I already put that on. I already put that on my community post. That yeah, I broke that right when it happened. That's a good thing though. It's about damn time. Yeah, go check it out in the community section. You'll see it. Because I announced that right after Hernandez called it quick. Angel Hernandez. Yeah, and you know, like I could get in deep into that situation, but I'm really not. All I'm gonna say, like I told Two Raw, I said, it's about damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like it was way long overdue, and we should have had it. But now they want to do it. Now they want to do it. In terms of the records, things of that nature, because they, for that reason, especially when we talk about Ty Cobbs and uh, Babe Ruth having those records and stuff like that. Now, I also feel this is what I feel too. I feel like from a boxing standpoint, like in sports like boxing, a lot of those guys that have fought all of those fights, like Sugar Ray Robinson and Jack Johnson and all of those rounds and stuff, I think that they need to be appreciated too, instead of putting some of these other fighters up at the the top of the hill, so to speak. But that's a whole nother conversation. And I'm glad that it happened, man. Finally, finally. If it wasn't for us, man, because you got to think about it. Baseball stole from us, just like they steal everything else. But they want to talk. They want to talk the most shit about us. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that they criticize us about and they talk about and stuff. Oh, now they want to try to take away from us. The prime example is with women and their asses. Okay, at first, they frowned upon our sisters having a voluptuous shape and being curvy and having a big derriere. Now all races, they want a derriere, they want a big derriere, they want a big booty. You know what I'm saying? Let's just call it what it is. I mean, white girls want a big booty. Asian girls want a big booty. Well, when we talk about like Latina in the Latina culture, you know what I'm saying. Some of them are thick and some of them ain't. You know what I'm saying. But for the most part, every uh, wants to shape, and they'll be like, yeah, you know, they want to be like a black woman, but before Pawnee. What's up, Stephen Green? Be more legend. What's up, brother? I see you in the building, man. I see you in the building, brother. Shout out to the whole DMV. Be more, The Wire. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maryland, or as as Brown Sugar say, Maryland, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put it Maryland, like she from the South, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Like North Carolina and all that. Nah, but shout out to Baltimore. Now, y'all know how I am. I gotta chop my little shit. Look, I ain't been drinking coffee, so I gotta find some sort of thing to gravitate towards. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta excuse me. Now, Bronny James, y'all all know that I want him to make it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what people say. I want him to make it. You know what I'm saying? I want him to have a successful career. But in this situation right here, Bronny James, man, you're going down the wrong path already, man. You starting off wrong already. You can't be no beggars can't be choosers. Okay, you need to take what's given to you. Now, if y'all don't know, there has been reports that 10 teams have offered Bronny James to come and work out. To do a workout uh, for Bronny James as we get near the draft. And the only two teams that he said he's interested in, of course, is the Lakers and then, of course, Phoenix Suns. Shout out to the brothers that have already talked about this. I know the brother True Raw for TV. He talked about it. Ticket talked about it. Shout out to Brandon Love Sports. He been talking about this. Kareem talked about this, and also my guy representing Detroit, who is Hendo. Definitely go sub to all their channels, and shout out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball community. Now, this is how I feel about it. Now, I announced it yesterday, but I didn't get time to get to it in terms of the 10 teams that had offered him, a shot at playing. Man, you need to take what you could get. Now, if you go back and you go look at some of these guys that have played over the course of history, all of these guys were going. I think Kevin Garnett. I think he went when he was in high school or something like that. He went to numerous of workouts before the NBA draft and stuff, and because Kevin Garnett he was struggling with his SAT or something like that. That's one of the reasons why I think he went ahead and he went from high school to college or something like that. But I'm bringing that up because you can't sit up there and be like, oh yeah, I get to choose it. No, it ain't like that. You need to be grateful that these teams are even offering you a workout. You need to be grateful. Yes, you got some potential or whatever. Me myself personally, I think you should go back to college. But you're choosing to keep your name in there. And matter of fact, there was another guy. I think he played for Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken. He withdrew his name from the draft. You got guys in there, man, that's still working out for various teams. No matter what. You know what I'm saying? If I'm him, I'm taking flights, going to every single workout because that increases your value. Yeah, like you don't understand, another team could have another fit for you. Who knows? You might go if you try out for the Lakers or you try out for the Phoenix Suns and everything. Listen, I know everybody's talking all this trash. You know, we got JJ Reddick choosing his coaching staff and all this other stuff. You know, you got Rondo on the coaching staff, and you got Sam Cassell, which he should be the goddamn head coach. But it ain't no guarantee that you're going to get out there and you even going to get any burn, especially considering that, you know, they're not trying to put a bad product on the floor, regardless if LeBron James is there or not. But here's what I find funny. You want to sit up there and you want to say, yeah, I only want to play for Phoenix. I only want to play for the Lakers. Man, it ain't even no goddamn guarantee. Even though the draft is getting ready to come up, you know what I'm saying? We right around the corner. It still ain't no goddamn guarantee that anybody gonna pick you up. Listen, I know everybody's like, oh man, he got Rich Paul. Oh, don't worry, Bronny's gonna get in there and everything like that. But all these executives, all of these GMs and stuff, they're looking at it from a whole different standpoint. All these scouts. I hope Bronny goes to the Pistons. Good fit for Bronny. Edie, his name last year. Yeah, he took his name last year. Yeah, because that Edie, he had a good workout. I saw that last season. He had a real good workout. But he said, you know what? He took the smarter route, and he's playing quiet. That's what, like, everybody that talk trash about Zach Edey and all this other stuff. Nah, he gonna be a monster when he comes in there, man. Him and if I'm hoping they pick up DJ Burns, because DJ Burns has lost 45 pounds. That shows you right there that you got a guy right there that's willing to work. You know, and they not talking about the guy. Like, to me, who's gonna, like, those guys right there are already NBA players. DJ Burns, you heard Jokic say he's an NBA player. Zach Edey's already an NBA player. Cameron Jones, he's an NBA player. Dante from Oregon, he's an NBA player. Pretty much all of the starting five from UConn are NBA players. Baycott, he's an NBA ready player. You said, yeah, he is gonna. Now, I agree with you on that, Stephen. I definitely agree with you on that. Yeah, he's gonna regret not going back to college. Like, college is for some people and college ain't. You know what I'm saying? If, like, Kobe Bryant, could he have used some college? Yeah, but he was already ready for the pros, and he was already on a whole nother level athletic-wise. Some guys are you know, they do really, really great. You know, I call it the Leitner effect. You do really, really great in college, but then when you get to the NBA, you something completely different. Sometimes I call it the Duke effect. And look, I'm not knocking my team. You know, Duke is my squad, but let's just be honest. When you compare Duke and when you compare UCLA and when you compare North Carolina, a lot of the guys that came out of those programs, most of them that come out of UCLA and UNC, they created superstars. I mean, I don't really count Kyrie when it comes to Duke because, I mean, he rarely played. Zion, I mean, he's looking to take off. He's starting to take off and everything. We've seen what happened with Grant Hill. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk about UNC, you talk about Michael Jordan. You talk about James Worthy. You talk about Vince Carter, and the list goes on. Brad Daugherty, and, you know, even though, you know, he wasn't, you know, he was a solid NBA player or whatever, but, you know, some people don't see him as, you know, no Hall of Famer or nothing like that. But anyway, to get back to Bronny, you can't you can't be following the path of your father. Like you can't, and when I say that, you can't sit up there and be trying to, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, trying to take control of everything. That's what's wrong with the league now. Oh, I only want to work out for the Phoenix Suns, or I want to work out for the Lakers. LeBron didn't have no damn no choice like that. He had to take what was given to him, and he was a phenom. He was coming out of high school. He was way more have way more pressure than what you did. Boots and Bronny had as a father. He should let Bronny be. Yeah, develop your own path. I understand you want you might want the best for your son and everything, but he already came out pretty much and said that well first off, it's like you backtracking. It's like you it's like you going back on what you said. You said that you had no desire. That's not one of your main goals, was to play with your dad. So why the hell are you choosing the Lakers? Because JJ Redick is the coach now, and you got Rondo up there. We not stupid. Why you think he chose Rondo? I guarantee it wasn't JJ Redick. That had to do with something behind the scenes with LeBron. That's why, I don't understand why people think that LeBron still ain't behind the scenes having no effect. Having any kind of effect on who's going to be the coach. Yeah, right. Rondo was a championship player. Matter of fact, Rondo, they agreed, JJ Redick and LeBron on the podcast. LeBron had said he could see Rajon Rondo as a coach. Lord behold. And look, no other team is, looking at Rondo or anything like that. You know why? Because of his troubles recently that he done been in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, trying to pull a Eli Manning. Like, come on, man. You can't come up in here, man. Listen, now y'all know, Bronny. I want him to make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably one of the few that hasn't been talking down on Bronny. Everybody else been talking trash about him. Even they could care less. And what gives them more ammunition is the fact that LeBron is his dad. Me, I separate the two. I'm like, this dude is still learning. This dude is, he's not a kid in terms of his physical wise or anything like that. But in terms of basketball wise, he is still a kid and he still has a lot to learn. But is the potential there? Yeah. Now, what ceiling is he going to reach? We don't know. We can't sit up here and say, oh, yeah, he's not going to be this. He's not going to be that. He's not going to be that. There was a lot of people that were doubting Kobe. There was a lot of people that doubted, believe it or not, a lot of people doubted LeBron coming out of high school. I'm going to tell you something. When I first saw LeBron play, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was me and four other guys in the living room. We was in my partner's living room. And we were watching LeBron because, he had that nationally televised game on ESPN when he played Modern Day. And we wanted to catch it because if y'all don't know, LeBron's games used to be on pay-per-view. And that's why I was like, man, they putting this nigga games on pay-per-view? We ain't never seen no shit like that. The only thing that's on pay-per-view is boxing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it, Cypress? I see you in the building, man. Memphis all day, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Memphis, man, I seen some of your peoples at the graduation fighting and shit. Yeah, that's what Cypress was doing, man, when he was graduating and shit. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was taking the goddamn the diploma and shit, throwing it up somebody's head. You don't like him and shit, snatching it. Nigga pulling motherfuckers by the robe and shit. Hey, man, hey, but that's not the first time. Hey, but you know what though? If you haven't been to a high school graduation, that you can't really be shocked by that. Like now, usually we would wait. You know, if a nigga didn't like somebody, you know what I'm saying, they wait for that nigga. They wait for that nigga, you know what I'm saying, after he, you know, because after the graduation, everybody want to take pictures and all that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying, because let's just call it what it is. You still got high school beef and stuff like that. But then after everybody go to the back and take off their robes and stuff like that, um, you know, and come out in their regular clothes and stuff like that. Oh man, it's on and popping. Or at the graduation party, that you know, they were gonna be ready to throw hands. But damn, at the damn graduation, man, you got people, grandma there. You know what I'm saying? You got people. I know I had a few guys, man, that was wanting to throw hands with me, but it was like, man, we just gonna wait right now. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it at the graduation party. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Nah, they want to do that shit right now. Yeah, he was hungover. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was hungover. But anyway, man, to get back to the story, you know I'm random than a motherfucker. I blame it on Cypress because if y'all don't know, me and Cypress, we got like a little bet going, man. And that nigga always talking about me drinking coffee and shit. And I told that nigga, I said I could go 30 days without drinking the shit. Just like, let's see you go 30 days without drinking Coca-Cola, nigga. And I said they both got caffeine in it. Let's see what you can do. Nigga, I'm on 32 days. Come on, man, give me my clap. And I don't want to hear none of this bullshit talking about there ain't nothing wrong with coffee. All y'all motherfuckers be talking about 7-Eleven, Quick Trip coffee, all that shit. I don't want to hear it. I ain't even been in a high school graduation or prom or none of that shit. Yeah, you have, nigga. Yeah, that nigga, hey, that nigga was at the military ball and shit. That nigga, Cypress had 2 females on his arm and shit. That nigga was throwing after parties and everything, man. That nigga had an after party at the hotel. We'd be like, damn, nigga, you only 17. How the fuck you get a hotel? Especially McDonald's coffee, man. Stop it, Ted, man. See, now you're gonna make me want to pull up and get a cup. You said, I think if the Lakers of the Sun get Bronny, a bench player, D-League, game, will help him, will help Bronny game grow. I drink tea over coffee. Yeah, you know, listen. Let me get back. Let me get back to the what I was talking about with LeBron, and then I'll go in and piggyback off of what you said, Steven. Now, I didn't think that LeBron was gonna make it. Like everybody was like, no. You know why? Because when LeBron had yeah, we saw his highlights and stuff from like the ABCD camp and the Adidas camp and all these camps that he was playing him East Bay funking in the game and stuff like that. Yeah, we saw all of that. But when we saw the nationally televised game, when he played against DJ Strawberry, which is Daryl Strawberry's son, and a couple other guys that was on there, we were like, there's no way. He had a few highlights and stuff like that, but man, his first shot right out the gate, and it might have been butterflies. It might have been butterflies, man. If you remember his first shot out the gate, one of his first shots he took out of the gate was a baseline. Well, it was a corner shot, and he had, he shot like a wild shot and airballed the shot and stuff. We like, man, what the hell? But I think that was that nervous energy. You know, and he did like some, you know, under the leg pass, and everybody was going crazy and stuff. And me and him, we were like, man, we could do that. We was out, you know, we got to think we 1 year older than LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we had agreed. We were like, you know what? um, LeBron, he ain't ready. And then that's when we watched him against the Kings. And when he played the Kings, uh, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, yo, this dude, he gonna be successful. Bronny James don't have that type of like pressure on him. And the reason why I mention all of this is because right now what you need to do is just stay up under the radar, take those workouts that they giving you, and then just go ahead and do your own thing. And you might be successful that way, but it's unfair. All this pressure, you know what I'm saying? They talk about the Lakers drafting him and stuff like that. I wouldn't want to do none of that. I would want to do the complete opposite of what the dad is doing. And that's just how I feel. And really you might be setting him up for failure. Cause LeBron LeBron only got a couple years left. Everybody act like he gonna play 10 more years or something. I've already told them that, Cypress, but they don't. Nobody wants to listen to me when I say that. Nobody wants to say that. Like if you look at where Bryce James is ranked right now in 24/7, doc 24/7 Sports, you'll be like, okay, we should be looking at Bryce James. Bryce James is already he's already on pace to be his father's height. And not that I don't mean to bring up height. Height don't really have shit to do with your talent or your skill. You know what I'm saying? I hate when people, well, he's tall and he's long and stuff like that. Man, I know niggas that are 6'2", man, that are easily clear 7-footer with no problem. It's two different times, LeBron and Bronny. Yeah, Bryce James. Well, I try to tell people that, man. But look, man, this dude is already he a senior. He ain't even graduated high school, and this dude on pace to be 6'8". Bronny James is 6'1". You when he walk into the workout or when he walk into colleges, he's gonna be more appealing. Okay, Bronny James gonna have to work a little bit harder and show you because when you're shorter, of course you gotta really be dynamic. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be doing something crazy. That's why they like Damian Lillard because Damian Lillard was dunking over people. When he was coming out of Washington and man, shout out to Washington, man. I hate what's going on with Isaiah. What happened to Isaiah Thomas, man? Him being held at gunpoint, man. But I'm glad he made it through and everything. But shout out to Tacoma and Seattle and all them, man. You know, but nobody's really watched Bryce play like that. And if you say that you watch Bryce play, then you're a lie. Nobody's even paying attention to Bryce. I am. I pay attention to Bryce. I pay attention to all the high school. Well, you better believe I'm watching all the young talent. Um, but Bronny James, man, you need to take what's given to you, man. You know, you don't have you don't have a lot of choices. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 teams, that's actually better than what some people had thought. All you see online is this guy need to go work at he need to go work at Target, or he's not ready, he shouldn't even be playing college, or he won't even make it overseas, or he ought to go into another profession, or you know what I'm saying, maybe go and take up acting. His father is a billionaire. What the hell is he doing playing basketball? All these criticisms, all this stuff. That's what they saying. You know what I'm saying? But me, if you see, I want the kid to actually succeed. The only knock I feel is that, okay, just go ahead and go back to college. And it's one of the reasons why I do want Bronny, to make it, because I said, okay, I didn't want him to play. After that cardiac arrest, I did not want him to play. Y'all got to realize I had a friend that died on the floor um, because of the same heart issue. Sort of like what happened to Russell Westbrook too. Now I wasn't there. I wasn't there to see it or witness it, but I got the call. You know, he was at Prairie View. He was at Prairie View University, and he was playing ball and stuff, and he collapsed on the floor. So it's kind of near and dear to me. And I said, okay, Bronny, if you're gonna do it, then go ahead and put your best foot forward, but you need to go ahead and do it in a better way. You know what I'm saying? Like go to college and stuff like that. You putting all the extra added pressure on yourself. It don't even make no sense. What's the rush? But we all know what the rush is for him to play with his dad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted him to make it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, a lot of people don't want you to play ball. I'm pretty sure Savannah feels the same way, because mothers feel differently about their sons, you know what I'm saying? They like, hey, that's my baby, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? He can't take he can't take giving to him because team. Well, you said what? He can't take giving to him because teams will lie about his career. Well, I don't know, but he's still gonna have to go in there. He's still gonna have to put in work. Uh, as far as Ant Man is concerned, the reason why Ant Man is gonna be great, Ant Man's getting all this criticism now. Okay, but you watch in the next 2 to 3 years. Not only is he going to be a terror in this league like he's already starting to do, but the reason why Ant Man is so great is because uh, you're looking at him doing something that a lot of this generation doesn't do, which is play both ends of the floor. That's why he has a lot of. That's why he's fatigued and stuff. Is because he him being in this level, like him making it to the Western Conference Finals, possibly going to the finals at 22 years of age. You got to think there's a lot of guys that have been young that have went to the finals or whatever. It's a different level of conditioning. You know what I'm saying? You said I wouldn't be surprised Minnesota win tonight. Well, look, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, and I know this is probably gonna shock some people. I still got Minnesota winning. I still got Minnesota winning. Uh, Ant-Man not resting on defense. Like okay, has he played kind of shitty on offense sometimes? Yeah, but yeah, Ted, I still got Minnesota winning. I know you got Dallas. It ain't listen. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing against what you picked or nothing. But I picked Minnesota from the beginning, and I know if Minnesota wins, I know what they're gonna say. I can already hear it. Oh, it's gonna be because of Lively. You know what I'm saying? When we come back or whatever, they're gonna be like Lively wasn't 100% and all this other stuff. But you still had to go out there and play, and I'm not gonna take that as an excuse. You know why? Because the games have been relatively close for the most part. There haven't been no blowouts. And when I look at it from that, when I put context to it, I'm like, these guys are not far off from winning. They just need to make a few adjustments. One of the adjustments, of course, is Rudy Gobert doing his part and being able to understand, and read that defense properly. I mean, I don't know why y'all are so surprised that I'm picking Minnesota. Yeah, Chris Finch is a good coach, man. He's a good coach. Good coaching is shown by how okay, if your team isn't like, let's say your team isn't really playing that well, but you're still able to keep the game close just by you making some adjustments or whatnot, or you're making some rotation adjustments or whatnot. Like, the fact that you've been keeping close or whatever, that's evident, part to good coaching too. You said if Minnesota wins the series, they can't be down 0-2. Why not? Why not? Why not? Who's gonna stop? Listen, bro. Um, as much as I like Jaylen Brown, he'll have problems with Anthony Edwards. As much as I like Drew Holiday, and he's a terror on defense, he'll have problems with Anthony Edwards. Now he might make him work. And then you got to think about the other guys. Cat can actually take advantage. Cat, if Rudy Gobert had an offensive game, and then you got Najee Muhammad with their size or whatever, they could actually take advantage of, because we know Porzingis is set to come back. And then on top of that, Boston is going to, I have a feeling that Boston is going to get comfortable. Who going to stop Tatum? Shoot, Tatum can stop himself, and McDaniel can stop Tatum. Anthony Edwards can stop Tatum. Yeah. Do you forget that? Do you forget that Anthony Edwards plays defense too? Do you forget that Anthony Edwards will hound you on defense? Like, you're talking about a guy that plays both ends of the floor. That's why he be fatigued sometimes. Conley, yeah, Conley too. And that's another thing with Conley and his playmaking. I don't know why I keep forgetting about Conley. Conley is an important guy. You're looking at Conley. Oh, he quiet. You know what I'm saying? He an older veteran and stuff like that. No, he's important. I guarantee you, if you take Conley off that squad, the games wouldn't be as close as they are. 14 points and 7 assists. That's what you need. See, LeBron, if he was able to do something like that, I'm not saying 14 or whatever, but if he was able to get 20 points and distribute a ball at his age, you'd be surprised, and just play to the back or whatever. You'll be surprised of how much of a difference that can make. Mike Conley understands, okay, I did what I did in this league, but I'm here to not only give you advice in the locker room, you know what I'm saying, but also I can show you and lead by example too. You know what I'm saying? Wilts, what's up with it, bro? I see you in the building. Shout out to New York. In New York, concrete jungle, I'm gonna make it. I cannot fake it. I am from New York, New York, New York. Oh man, my nigga Wilts up in here, man. Hey, you been gone a couple of days, man. I thought I lost my nigga Wilts, man. Now you gonna have to come. Hey, now if Dallas make it, Wilts, you gonna have to come down to Texas now, nigga. There ain't no excuse now, nigga. You gonna have to come down to that Texas heat, bruh. What's up with it, Alex? I'm from New York, New York. Nah, shout out to the whole New York. Shout out to the whole tri-state. Um, but yeah, man, like I said, man, Ant-Man Um, he's a vicious dude, and he hard to stop. And he played defense too. That's what's gonna play in his favor. I like the fact that he still has confidence. If you go look at the young Michael Jordan, you go look at the young Kobe, they never panicked. They were like, okay, yeah, we down, so what? Like Anthony Edwards doing the same thing. I can't believe this guy is still talking and stuff like that. Man, that's his personality. It's been years. Man, when's the last time you been to Texas, nigga? Oh yeah, Derek White. I forgot about Derek White too, though. Yeah, Derek White. Yeah, he's a big X factor. Yeah, definitely not sleeping on Derek White. Since C Webb was going off. Oh damn, god damn, that's a long ass time. Shit, man, you need to come on down here, man. I know a lot of people, man, that's moving from the East Coast over here and stuff. They coming from all over. Matter of fact, I seen a dude that came from Jersey. But New York, I mean, pretty much New York and the East Coast, they be having the best clothes. Well, now since online and took over now. You know what I'm saying? Now you could get it from anywhere. But at one time you went. That's why everybody from the South, they pretty much like this. Is how it went, right? Because yesterday, Wilts know what I'm talking about when they talk about the Cash Money and Rough Riders tour. Wilson know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? That tour, you can't duplicate that shit. But everybody, they were fucking with the East Coast because they would go up there to go get their clothes and stuff like that. And then they would come back down here. I knew a lady, it was my mom's friend. She used to go up to New York. She'll go to New York. She'll go to like places like Virginia, all these East Coast places, and she'll buy these clothes and come down here and sell them. And she was selling them out, out of crib and stuff like that. And they were like, "Damn, where you get this from?" And da 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 da. This before all that online shit. She would come down here with the Tims and all that because if you back in the day, Tims was a big deal. Tims and lugs, duck heads and Eastlands and shit like that, Gore-Tex and stuff like that. That was a big deal. Like you wanted, like because you didn't really see it. Most people down here they was rocking like J's and I know on the East Coast they used to call them fat heads, but I'm talking about Air Force Ones and shit like that. But or Uptowns, But everybody used to come from the South to buy their clothes on the East or whatever, and then the East used to come down here. They would come down here to get the other shit. You know what I'm saying? They would come down here for land, or you know what I'm saying? They would come down here because they were snowbirds, or they would come down here, you know what I'm saying, to move their businesses down here, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, for instance, the strip clubs. Strip clubs are better down south than they are on the East Coast. And look, I don't take anything away from them, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of the niggas that come from like the East Coast or like the West Coast, or like even the Midwest, they come down south for the strip clubs, or clubs in general. But anyways, man, yeah, I done talked my ish. I just wanted to talk. Yeah, I just wanted. Yeah, I know Ted. No, I just want to talk my little ish, man. Salute and make sure y'all go sub to the homie the Will Strong show, man. He be getting into entertainment and stuff. be talking about old shows and stuff. I know Will's gonna be watching that Power Book too. You know the whole finale that's finna happen. They got Power Book 2 coming. I know you've been keeping up with BMF, you know what I'm saying? Even though I think that they totally fucked up everything this season with the writing. Um, they done messed up on everything or whatever with the writing. But yeah, man, he be on that entertainment and stuff like that. He also taught sports and stuff too, like that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, comedy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't, honestly, but it's been rumors, and which I think is stupid if they do it. But it's been rumored that Amari Harwick is supposed to make, like, they supposed to bring Ghost back, which I think is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like the writing always begins good, but then they start messing it up towards the end for some reason. They do that all the time. Yeah, it'd be real stupid. I thought the writing, they slipped up on the writing with BMF this season, and they also slipped up on the writing that last season with Power Book 2. But we knew why or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting uh for Tommy to come out again or whatever. I actually like Tommy's power. Yeah, but we'll see how that plays out. I don't know what she's thinking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Courtney is thinking or whatever, but we'll have to see or whatever. I don't know what she was thinking. And I started to do a review. I started to do a review on BMF too. It's just that I know a lot about that situation. A lot of that stuff of course they're gonna dummy it down for Hollywood and stuff like that. But a lot of they're leaving a lot of stuff out. You know what I'm saying? They're not telling some of the story correctly. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that stuff is exaggerated for Hollywood purposes. But anyways, man, let me go ahead and get up out of here, man. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing community. Until then, man, I'm gone.